I'd like to welcome you back inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League. Apparently we forgot to go live, so we've missed our first 2 innings. It's the Lander soccer game all over again. Swung on and missed. So for those who are just tuning in, Wyoming Whiskey had a 5-0 lead before the second inning, and then runs came in, and now we're here. So into the dirt there, 1-1 count. Mary on the mound, by the way. Levi on the mound for Wyoming Whiskey. Swung on, hit on the ground, out toward third. This could be dangerous. Flips it over and can't get there in time. Simpson also not able to hold on to it there. So once again, we apologize to our fans who are just now seeing the live stream now and are wondering, how the heck did we get to the top of the third? So we forgot to go live. There is a button that I have to press to go live, and it didn't do that. So I did this during the Worland soccer game against Lander, and now here we are again. Swung on. This one popped up into left. And looks like a good grab there, but I don't think it was caught in air. So, yep, looks like a hit there. Barely avoids the out. So, and now stepping in looks to be Anthony. Darby's had a pretty good day batting so far for Wyoming Whiskey. Inside pitch, ball 1. Anthony doing his fake bunt thing there. Swung on and hit foul along the ground. 1-1 count here for Anthony. Also still keeping a watchful eye on the clouds here. We got our radar app up. Swung on, hit on the ground towards second. Fielded and gets on the bag for the out. So while Anthony gets the walk of shame to the dugout, he's still got his teammates on second. And that was just Flame City's roster. But the wind now starting to actually come in. We are protected by a tarp. Hopefully that will be enough. That one's swung on and hit into the grass. Loses his footing. A run comes in to score. Wyoming Whiskey getting their first run since the first inning. They needed it too because it was a 2-run ball game before that run came in, and now here comes David, I believe. Darby's still chilling out at third. Runners in the corners. Inside pitch, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. We had a walk earlier in the first game. We had 2 walks in that game. Let's see if we can get some walks here. Swung on, hit on a line, and that's going to bring a run in. Darby comes in to score, and that'll also keep a runner in scoring position as there's a runner now advancing to second. And now Stevie coming in. She's got a little bit of pressure here. She's got a runner in scoring position, so she's in charge of getting her home. Inside, ball 1. Strike 1. Oh, I see you, you little. There's a spider on my table. Strike 2. It's probably harmless. Swung on, hit on the ground. And they'll flip it over to second for the tag. And, something's wrong with Stevie. So that will end the top of the third. I'm a little concerned, though, about Stevie. She was limping there. So hopefully she's all right. But we'll head to the bottom of the third inning here. 7 Lazy S will try to tie it up here. They have a 4-run difference between the two. We'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back. Mary up to bat here once we get back going. Bottom of the third inning, 7-3 is your score. Coming up on Thursday, we got more adult softball for you. Back to kind of the same matchups we had the first week. They'll try to flip it over to first, and that's going to be way off. It had a bit of an awkward bounce. So with that, one man on first here to start. No outs just yet, and the lights on here at Joe Doak Field as it's starting to get a little darker. 8:22 local. And that one bounces behind him there, ball one. Also the fairground lights actually on too, which is interesting. Swung on and hit to the left. That one will find its way into the gap. One man on first. That's Kevin Simpson on the hit. So 7-3 is your ball game. Wyoming Whiskey on top. So after Kevin, now stepping in is Jackie. Popped up. Levi gets underneath it, gets the out. Pretty easy grab there as that one was softly hit up into the air. So first one gone here in the bottom of the third inning. Swung on. This one hit cleanly into the gap for a base hit. This will at least get a runner on third. And with that, a one-out single to get two runners in scoring position to jack the bases. And Levi giving instructions to the catcher here. They're going to try and set up for a force. Strike one. Good pitch there by Levi. Had that one down the middle where he wanted it. 1-0-1 count. Oh, by the way, I think this is Mandy. Got on base her last time out. Swung on. Strike two. Good try indeed there. Delivers. Strike three. They'll get the K. As she has struck out looking. Good attempt though. She was waiting for a pitch that she wanted there and it never came. And now stepping in is Justin, the catcher. Swung on and missed strike one. Top of the fourth coming up after this. Hope you'll stick around with us here. You're watching Hot Springs County Rec. Oh, that one is smoked. That one's popped up a little bit, but it will land for a base hit. Even better, a run will score for Wyoming Whiskey. Bases remain loaded. Oh, shoot. I scored the wrong team. It is 7-4. Wyoming Whiskey still leads, but 7 Lazy S is the one batting. So apologize for my error there. Now stepping in, I think this is Sadie. Swung on, this one hit toward left, picked up, fielded. This will be moved over to second, and that will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the fourth here inside of Doak Field as runners were stranded with the bases loaded there. We'll be right back from inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis here in just a sec. Top of the fourth coming your way. Like to welcome you back here inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Field recently dedicated to Joe Doak. Of course, he umpired games here in Thermopolis for softball, accredited softball umpire. Also just a major figure in Thermopolis, in the Thermopolis sports scene as well. Miss him every single day, but he lives on forever here at this field. And it's been a really good show here so far through the first 3 days of the softball league. First day was pretty good. The Flame City game came down to a walk-off for both of their games. That one's fouled back up toward the Crow's Nest there. Lands just short of Whitfield. 0-1 count here. This is Carnell. Swung on, and that one's hit right towards second. Tries to flip it over, not in time. Safe. Oh, there's one by scoreboard. There it is. So 1 man on. Wind's starting to pick up just a little bit here in Thermopolis. Still keeping an eye on the weather, but we think that this could probably hold out until... We think that the weather will hold out for the remainder of the game. Probably just going to see some overnight showers, most likely. The storm has significantly weakened, so it doesn't really matter. It's weakened to a point where it's not even producing lightning anymore, so it was producing hail at first, but now it's just weakened to a point where it's just rain. 1-0 count here. Swung on and missed strike one. So Chelity in the bat here. Again, doing double duty today. She was batting for Wyoming Gas earlier. Swung on. This one popped up a little bit toward the right side, and Kevin Simpson has to decide where he's going to throw it. It's safe. A very close play at the bag, and that'll also put runners in the corners as Carnell will move his way over. And now Derek stepping in the bat now.
Never seen you work this hard.
So Carnell at third, Chelity at first. So let's see if he can bring him home here. Swung on and fouled back toward the Crow's Nest. And honestly, I'm pretty glad that there's a fence up there at the Crow's Nest window. And a little bit of a long ball there, ball one. Swung on and belted. This one back, and lands. It's still in the park. And that will bring in a run to score. Chelity will make her way to third. She loses her footing, stays on the bag. 8-4 for Wyoming Whiskey. So Derek does bring home a run, an RBI single. Didn't know if it was going to land or if it was going to be out. And now stepping in is going to be Allie. Allie Leho coming in now. Strike one. That was a really good pitch there. Still no outs quite yet. Leho swings on, no good there. Strike two. Swung on. This one hit weakly along the first base line. Foul ball, and that is a strikeout by league rules. So that is a good attempt, though, either way. Did get some good got some contact on it at the very least, but that is one gone here in the top of the fourth. Levi stepping in, the pitcher.
Bring her home.
Delivers, swung on. That one's lined into center. One run will come in to score. And Derek will round second and go to third, and a stop sign pulled on him at third. A RBI single by Levi. Runners remain in the corners. Wyoming Whiskey now extends it to a 9-4 lead. Ashley coming in now to bat. Batting right-handed here. Oh, I felt a raindrop. Swung on and chopped foul to the left. Good attempt either way, but that is going to be 0-1. Swung on. That was hit back to Mary for the out. Two gone. Great reflexes there by Mary, and she grabs the out. She bobbled it a little bit there, but she still holds on to it. So is Levi, Ashley, now Jason stepping in. Two away here for Wyo Whiskey. That one's hit down the line. That's it for a base hit. Another one will score. This time it's Derek coming in to put them into double digits. Levi trying to run to third. He'll get in safely. Had to slide on in. The big guy gets there to put himself in scoring position. Felt the earth move on that one. And now Caitlin Barrow stepping in now. She's going to get ready to bat. Has not had a great day fielding or batting today, but she's trying to get some momentum here with two gone. Trying to bring Levi home. Swung on, hit on a line. And that'll get it to the grass. This might bring him home. Caitlin gets in for the base hit. And Levi comes in to score 11-4. Xavier now stepping in for Wyoming Whiskey. I believe his first at-bat, or his second at-bat of the day. Can't remember. I think he got on base last time. Swung on and missed strike one. Swung on and chopped along the third base line, and it'll be a force out to end the inning. Or sorry, no, to end the top half. I apologize. So we are heading to the top, or to the bottom of the fourth inning here, and we will be right back from inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis in just a moment. Wyoming Whiskey in the double digits here over 7 Lazy S, trying to get their first win. Coulter Price up to bat as we're getting ready to get back going here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Wearing his Jack Daniels shirt. And playing against Wyoming whiskey. There's just got to be some sort of irony in wearing a whiskey shirt in this situation. Hits it back up to Levi. Can't get a glove on it. Price will roll his way over to first. And that'll be a base hit to lead off the bottom half of the 4th. And now stepping in, it looks like we'll head back to the top of the lineup here with Kaylin. She got on base her last time out. Let's see if she can continue that momentum. She's gotten on base both times today. Way high there for Levi. Ball 1. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. A little impatient on that one. Got more. Ooh, that's going to be hit foul along the right field line there. Got about 10 minutes until we're timed out here. Swung on and hit foul. So that will be a strikeout via foul. So that's 1 gone. The only time today she has not gotten herself on base, but she's had a really good game today. Probably not the best slugger in the world, but the slugging percentage is probably pretty rotten, but she is still getting on base, which is the most important thing, honestly. Now here comes Max. Unfortunately did not get himself on base last time out. Ball 1. Starting to get into the nighttime here in Thermopolis. Swung on and hit. That's going to be a big run there for the first. Had a lot of wheels behind him there, so that is going to be 2 men on. I am losing my focus. I don't even know what's going on. Mary up to bat now, 3rd in the lineup here. Kevin batting cleanup. He'll be on deck. Swung on by Mary. Hits second. Tries to go for the tag. Flips it over to first. And extends for it. And safe. I think he whiffed on the tag as well. So that is going to be bases jacked. And Levi giving a mouthful there to the to the first baseman there. Stepping in is Kevin Simpson batting cleanup. He'll hit this one on the line. That's a big base hit. That'll bring Coulter home. And now Max is going to go home. That's 2 runs coming in for 7 Lazy S. 11-6. Max and Coulter both scoring. Coulter Price, I believe, a wrestler. Max, obviously, I believe, playing basketball. Both really good athletes showing it here today. And now stepping in is going to be, Jackie. So 1 gone here. 3rd base left open. Delivers. Ball 1. Swung on, hit on a line towards second. Steps on the bag for the force and flips it over to first. That is going to be safe, I think. So good piece of base running there, but unfortunately just couldn't get onto the bag in time. But that is going to put runners in the corners, I believe, here for 7 Lazy S. Remember, these guys looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-2 to start the year. Losses to both Wyoming Gas and Flame City. Popped up toward the middle, tries to get up underneath it, and Levi hauls it in for the final out, and we are going to head to the 5th inning here. We'll be right back. It is 11-6, Wyoming Whiskey on tap here in Thermopolis. Like to welcome you back here inside of Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Top of the 5th inning coming to you here as Wyoming Whiskey tries to extend their lead. I believe this is Darby up to bat here for Wyoming Whiskey. And honestly, 7 Lazy S playing like they're hungover right now, 11-6. They had a little bit of a fire in that last inning, though. So let's see how they can handle here in the 5th. This could be the last inning as that one's cracked over to second. Flips it over to first in time for the out. Beautiful fielding play there for for 7 Lazy S as they're trying to keep as many runs off the board here in this 5th inning as they can. And now stepping in is going to be Anthony. He's gotten himself home a couple of times tonight. And the rain looking like it's going to come in. I'm seeing something over there toward Minnesota, so a little bit of rain lines. Swung on for Anthony, chopped back to the catcher, strike 1. And of course you didn't see it on the camera because I'm an idiot. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 1 gone here for Wyoming Whiskey. Swung on, and this one cracked up into center field. That's a base hit. Anthony will round first to go to second, and he'll get in there beyond safely, but he wanted to go for third there. Might have stumbled off the bag a little bit, and that'll be a double there for Anthony. That'll immediately insert him in scoring position, which is exactly the opposite of what 7 Lazy S needs right now. They need to get both of these guys off the board here. And now stepping in is going to be Val. Swung on. This one hit toward the second baseman. Anthony will stay put. Flips over to first. Gets the out. He's going to go to third anyway. He'll round third to go home. Will that count? I think it will. Wyoming Whiskey makes it a 12-6 game as a result with 2 gone. Anthony with a gutsy base running play there. Scores from second off of the out, so I guess you could technically call that a sacrifice. Carnell, I believe this is, coming in now. Or no? Yep, Carnell. Swung on and popped up toward the light pole. Now go into the Little League field. Oh, 2 count here. Swung on and belted. This one back. Tries to get under it. Makes the grab for the out. And that'll send us to the middle of the 5th inning as Wyoming Whiskey does get a run on the board. But we will be right back for the bottom of the 5th inning. What could be the last half inning in this game. What the heck kind of bug was that? But we'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Doak Field here in Thermopolis. We get ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning, what could be the last inning of this ball game, as we are at 8:45. The game started at 7:45. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that, but I think that's just up to the umpire ultimately there. Swung on and cracked on a line toward second. The shortstop picks it up, flips it over to first, gets the out. Hot start there on defense for Wyoming Whiskey, but can they hold on here? 12-6, looking for their 3rd win to keep the undefeated streak alive. And now here comes the catcher coming in now. This is Justin. Justin pops it up towards second, tries to get underneath it, gets the out. A routine pop-up there 1 out away from potentially winning this game. Of course, that's just a guess based on the time. Of course, the umpire will have the final signal on this. As Justin goes to the wrong dugout there. Delivers. Swung on. This is Sadie up to bat. Foul ball there. Strike one. A very good attempt, though. Had a good hack at it. Just unfortunately just couldn't get contact. Well, I mean, she did. Sorry, that was a stupid thing to say. She got contact. She just didn't get enough of it. Swung on and chopped up toward Levi. Fields it. He'll put it up to first. And off the bag. She's safe. And an error. Yeah, she was off the bag. So Sadie is going to get to first here. And Wyoming Whiskey with a lot of fans here at Doak Field. And now Coulter Price stepping in. Came home on his last at-bat. Let's see what he's got here. Whiskey versus Whiskey. He's got Jack Daniels on the back of his shirt. So I'm pretty sure Wyoming Whiskey appreciates that. That one's popped up and can't get it. That's a foul ball. Strike one. Price still in at that right-handed bat. Ooh, ball one. Good look there. Not taking a pitch that he doesn't like there. 1-1 count here, even. Swung on and popped up. This one's up for an infield fly. And that's three. We're waiting on the umpire here. Okay, so we got another inning. So we're going to head to the 6th inning, and then that will be it. So we will have one more inning here. We will have the top and bottom of the 6th coming up. Wyoming Whiskey leads 12-6. We'll be right back here from Doak Field in Thermopolis. I'd like to welcome you back here. They started that inning pretty quickly. Stevie up to bat. And swung on. This one hit on the ground to second. Flips it over to first. Gets the out. Great play at first. Kevin Simpson almost sold the play, though, for his team. Simpson had a couple of gaffes at first base last year that I still chuckle myself to sleep at night about, quite frankly. No, it's just joking. We love you, Kevin. That one into the dirt there. So ball one here. By the way, this is, Carnell up to bat now. That one's cracked. This one back to the wall, and it drops. This is going to come in for at least a double. He's going to dig for third. He's going to get it standing up for the triple. I think that's the first triple of the day for anybody on any team. We surprisingly didn't see a Darren Elder triple in that first game, but we got one here. Carnell will get himself onto third immediately. Chelity in the bat. She is going to be given the task of bringing Carnell home. Not really any pressure, though. Swung on and missed. Strike one, because if she pops out, then If she pops out, then I think Carnell has the speed to get himself home. Swung on, and this one's hit on the ground toward the pitcher. Mary flips it over to first. Carnell's digging for home. Justin blocks the plate, and that'll be a run. So Carnell gets home on the sacrifice. Sacrifice grounder to first, and now stepping in is Derek. Unfortunately, his last name is not Jeter. It'd be really funny if he was wearing the 11. Wait, no. That doesn't sound right, actually. Swung on and belted. It'll drop in for a base hit. And Derek will just, he'll go to first, and he'll have to stay there for a single. So Derek Jeter wore a 2. So imagine if Derek was wearing a 2 instead of a 9. That'd be funny. I think the number 2 is already taken, though. Allie Lejo stepping in now. Still waiting. Two gone, delivers the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Strike 2, good call there. Great pitch there by Mary. She's been delivering those more consistently than anybody in the league. She did this a lot last year. Ooh, that one might be a little bit underneath, though. Ball 1. And a little bit of banter there. Swung on, and this one hit on the ground toward first. Flips it over to Simpson, extends for the out. And that's going to be the end of it there as we head to the middle of the 6th. One more half inning to decide this game, as 7 Lazy S will have one last opportunity to come back in this game. Will we see a walk-off for the 3rd time this season? Only one way to find out. We'll be right back. 13-6, Wyoming Whiskey on top here in the middle of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th here. We're getting ready to go again. I think this is Kaylin. Ball 1. Kaylin's gotten on base 2 of 3 today. She struck out. She struck out on a foul ball on the last at bat. Levi delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Bottom of the 6th inning here. I guess swung on there, strike 2. 1-2 count here. Swung on, and this one is chopped. Tries to throw to first. Gets the out. A close play at the bag. Still hitting 500 in this game, though, so she has had a great day. And now stepping in is Max. Leopard print up to bat. (13-6) currently your score. Wyoming Whiskey on top. 2 outs left in the ball game. Swung on. Max gets it over to second, and it goes right on through the second baseman. And unfortunately, Caitlin cannot pick it up there. That'll be a single coming up here for Wyoming Whiskey, or for good Lord, for Max. Mary stepping in, has had a decent day at bat today. Usually has a little bit of power behind her contact. Swung on. That one's hit on a line to first, picked up, and they will get the out. So that'll be 2 gone here. Mary sent packing as Max will go over to second. He'll get into scoring position. 1 more out as Kevin Simpson up to bat here. He's got batting gloves and everything. He is serious. Inside pitch. He's also got cleats too, I think. That is more than I probably would have done. 1-0 count here. Swung on, popped up, trying to get back underneath it. And the diving grab makes the out, and that's game. That is the game, as Wyoming Whiskey will win 13-6, as they will now upgrade their record to 3-0 on the season. 7 Lazy S now 0-3. They are the Colorado Rockies of the Adult Softball League. But anyway, 13-6 your final score. Wyoming Whiskey continues their undefeated season, undoubtedly at the top of the table now, as Wyoming Gas sits in that second place spot. Flame City third, and 7 Lazy S fourth. That is your standings after today. And with that being said, we will see you on Thursday for more 6:30 and 7:45. You can view the teams and the start times on our YouTube channel. Also, make sure you keep an eye out on the Hot Springs County Rec District Facebook page for more detailed information on any upcoming games, on the status of those. So with that being said, congratulations to Wyoming Whiskey on keeping their undefeated season alive. And we'll see you on Thursday. We also got Legion Baseball in Cody coming up, as we'll be heading out to Cody on Friday for that doubleheader against the Cubs, as the Bobcats try to get revenge for their 2 losses here at Whitfield. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up our action today for adult softball on Two Basin Sports Network. With that being said, we'd like to thank our viewers here on YouTube. We'd also like to thank the Hot Springs County Rec District for allowing us to be out here and doing this for y'all. Also, I'd like to thank you to all the fans who came out here and supported the Rec District. A lot of people showed up today. This place doesn't hold much, but pretty much almost capacity crowd here in the bleachers here. And of course, with that being said, we'd like to always remind you, please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. We'll see you on Thursday. 13-6, the final score. Wyoming Whiskey wins over 7 Lazy S.